Hello dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject Maths 2 in Standard 9th. In this video, we are going to continue with our chapter number 1, Basic Concepts in Geometry. We will see few basic concepts and we will solve questions from practice set 1.1. This is part 2 in which we solve question number 3, 4, 5 and 6. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my videos. Before starting our question number 3 from practice set 1.1, let us get to know about few more basic concepts in geometry. Let us read these activities given in the textbook. First activity is points A, B, C are given aside. Check with a straight thread whether 3 points are collinear or not. If they are collinear, write which one of them is between the other two. So we have to take a straight thread. We have to place it in such a way that point A, B and C can be seen on that straight thread. And we have to check whether these 3 points are collinear or not. We can do the same activity by using our ruler and pencil. We have to draw a line passing through these 3 points and then we have to check whether they are in the same line or not. Let me draw the line properly. So we can see that all these 3 points are in the same line if you draw with the help of ruler and pencil. And we can see that point B is between point A and C. Okay, point B is between point A and C. That means what? B is between point and A and C are these two end points. So we have to check which two are end points and which point is in between those two end points. We are saying that point B is in between. So how to show it? It is written as A dash B dash C. So A dash B dash C means what? Point B is between point A and C. We are not saying that point B is midpoint of AC. Midpoint is different concept. We have to check which point is between the other 2 points. Okay. Now let us see this second activity. Given aside are 4 points P, Q, R, S. Check which 3 of them are collinear and which 3 are non-collinear. In the case of these collinear points, state which of them is between the other 2. So children, if the points are collinear, then only we can say that one point is in between the other 2 points. But before that, we have to check here which 3 points are collinear. So we will draw segments joining two points. So let us draw the segment PQ first. Then we can draw segment QR. Then we can draw segment RS. So when we draw all these 3 segments, we can see that no 3 points are in the same line. That means no 3 points are collinear. So property of betweenness cannot be applied here because all points are non-collinear points, and that's why we cannot apply the property of betweenness. We cannot say that which point is in between the other 2 points. Now observe these 3 figures for the property of betweenness. If P, Q, R are 3 distinct collinear points, there are 3 possibilities. So if 3 points are given which are collinear points, we can see the 3 possibilities. First possibility, we can see that point Q is in between point P and R. Q point is in between P and R. So it can be written as P dash Q dash R. So this is the first possibility which we can see in the first diagram. Second possibility is point R is in between P and Q. So this can be written as P dash R dash Q. That means P and Q are endpoints and R is between point. In first possibility, P and R are endpoints and Q is in between. Then third possibility is point P is in between point R and Q. This can be written as R dash P dash Q. That means point R and Q are endpoints and point P is in between. So in the first possibility, we can write it as distance PQ plus distance QR is equal to distance PR. This PQ plus QR will be equal to PR. In this way, we can find out the distance of points when three points are collinear. Let us see few more examples by solving the sums from practice set. So now let's start part 2 of practice set 1.1. Practice set 1.1, question number 3. From the information given below, find which of the point is between the other two. We have to find which point is between the other 2 points. And if the points are not collinear, we have to state so. We have to justify the answer if it is not collinear. Now let us see the first sum. Distance PR equal to 7. Distance PQ equal to 10. Distance QR equal to 3. That means what? Distance between point P and R is 7. Distance between points P and Q is 10. And distance between point Q and R is equal to 3. We can see distance PQ is the bigger distance, the greatest one between these 3, and these 2 distances are smaller as compared to this one. So let us see how to solve these types of sums. As you all can see, I have written the question on my page. And we will solve it. Solution. We take the bigger distance first. Distance PQ, P dash Q is equal to 10. This is given to us. This will be our equation number 1. Okay. And then we will add these remaining 2 distances. That means what? Distance PR plus distance QR is equal to PR is 7, QR is 3 equal to 10. This will be our second equation. From equation 1 and 2, what we can see that PQ is 10, and by adding the remaining 2 distances, we are getting answer as 10. That means this distance PQ is equal to distance PR plus distance QR. From 1 and 2, what we can write? From equation 1 and 2, as both the answers are 10, that means the right hand side is 10. Right hand sides of the equation 1 and 2 are 10. As right hand side is equal, left hand side will also be equal. What is there on the left hand side of equation 1? Left hand side of the equation 1 is distance PQ. And what is there in the left hand side of equation 2? It is distance PR plus distance QR. That means what? Distance PQ is equal to distance PR plus distance QR. That means what? When the one distance is equal to addition of remaining 2 distances or sum of remaining 2 distances, then we can say that these 3 points are collinear. So therefore, points P, Q, R are collinear points, or you can write only they are collinear. Okay. Now we have to check which point is between other 2. So the greatest distance, check the greatest distance. Greatest distance is distance between points P and Q. So that means what? Point P and Q are the end points, and the point which is in between these 2 points will be the common point. So common point here is PR and QR. Common point we can see here, R is the common point. Okay. So R is in between P and Q. PQ will be the end points. Point P and point Q will be the end points. If we draw a line segment here, I can draw a line segment here. So point P and point Q are the end points, because distance PQ is the greatest distance, and that's why P and Q are the end points. And the remaining point, the third point, which is point R, will be in between point P and Q. It may be somewhere here also. It is not exactly the midpoint. It can be somewhere in between point P and Q. So we can write it as and P dash R dash Q. That means what? Point R is in between P and Q. In this way we can write the property of betweenness. Now see this second sum from question number 3. Distance RS is equal to 8. This is the biggest distance. As we all can see, these remaining two distances are smaller than this one. Distance ST equal to 6 and distance RT is equal to 4. So let us first write down RS is equal to 8 as equation number 1, and then we will add this remaining two smaller distances and we will check whether the answer is same or not. So let us solve it. I have written the question. Solution. As distance RS is the biggest one, we write distance RS is equal to 8 is equation number 1. Now add remaining two distances. Distance ST, S comma T plus, it is not equal to plus, distance ST plus distance RT is equal to 6 plus 4, which is equal to 6 plus 4, we all know it is 10. This is second. When you observe equation number 1 and 2, we can see that the right hand sides are not same. Here right hand side is 8, here right hand side is 10. So as the right hand sides are not same, right hand sides are not equal, that means what? Left hand side will also not be equal. They will also not equal. So how to write? Therefore from 1 and 2, distance RS is not equal. We all know how to write not equal to symbol. We have to cancel equal to sign. So RS is not equal to distance ST plus distance RT. And as they are not equal, that means what? These 3 points are not collinear. Therefore, points R, S, T are, you can write not collinear or non-collinear also. They are non-collinear. As they are non-collinear, there is no question of betweenness, because the property of betweenness is applied only when the points are collinear. As these points are not collinear, what we can write? Therefore, betweenness does not exist. Okay, when the points are non-collinear, betweenness does not exist. Okay children, now let us see this third sum. Distance AB is equal to 16, distance CA is 9 and distance BC is 7. AB is 16, which is the greatest number, which is the greatest distance. So we first write distance AB as equation number 1. Distance AB is equal to 16 will be our equation number 1. Okay, now let us add these remaining two distances. Distance CA plus distance BC is equal to, CA is 9, BC is 7, and 9 plus 7 we all know it is 16. This will be our equation number 2. So we can see that right hand side of equation 1 and 2 are same, 16, 16. That means left hand side will also be same. They will be equal. So therefore from equation 1 and 2, distance AB is equal to distance CA plus distance BC. AB is the left hand side of equation 1 and CA, distance CA plus distance BC is the left hand side of equation 2. So left hand sides are equal. As they are equal, what we can say about points A, B and C? Therefore, points A, B and C are collinear. So now we have got these 3 points are collinear. We have to see which point is in between the other 2 points. If you draw a line segment, as distance AB is the biggest one, it is 16. That means what? A and B are the end points of this segment. So point A and point B are the end points. And which is the common point here? Point C is the common in the second equation. If you leave A and B, C will be the common point in both the distances. That means what? C is somewhere here in between point A and B. So that means what? And A dash C dash B means point C is in between point A and B. Okay, now let us see this question number 4. Fourth sum from question number 3. LM is equal to 11, MN is 12 and NL is 8. We can see that MN is 12, which is the greatest number between these 3 numbers. So let us see the solution of this sum. I have written the question here. Solution. As distance MN is the greatest one, we will write it first. Distance MN is equal to 12. It is equation number 1. Remaining 2 distances we will be adding. Distance LM plus distance N dash L. LM is 11 and NL is 8. 11 plus 8 we all know it is 19. This is our equation number 2. When we observe equation 1 and 2 right hand side of equation 1 is 12 and right hand side of equation 2 is 19. 12 and 19 they are not equal, and as right hand side is not equal, left hand side will also not equal. They will also not equal. So we write from equation 1 and 2, distance LM, the biggest distance, the longest distance, is not equal to the sum of remaining 2 distances. That means LM plus distance NL. Here what should I write? MN. Okay, I will make the correction here because distance MN is equal to distance L is not equal to distance LM plus NL. So let us make the correction here. Distance MN is not equal to distance LM plus distance NL. So the longest distance is not equal to sum of remaining 2 distances. Means what? These 3 points are not collinear. Therefore, points M, N, L, L, M, N are non-collinear. As L, M, N are non-collinear, therefore betweenness does not exist. So in this way we can solve the sums. I hope you all have understood how to solve this question number 3 from first 4 sums. You all can solve remaining 2 sums on your own. Now let us go on question number 4. On a number line, points A, B, C are such that distance AC is equal to 10, distance CB is equal to 8. Find distance A dash B considering all possibilities. So in this way we have to solve this question number 4 by considering all possibilities. What do we mean by considering all possibilities? We have given that points A, B and C are on the same number line. That means they are collinear points, but we don't know their positions. That means what? We don't know which point is in between the other 2 points. Whether point A is in between B and C, whether B is the point which is between A and C, or is it point C which is in between A and B. We don't know which point is in between the other 2 points. So we have to consider all these possibilities, and then we have to find out the distance between points A and B. So let us see how to solve this sum. So let us start solution. Points A, B and C are collinear. This is given to us. Now as they are collinear, we don't know their positions, so we have to consider all the possibilities. So by considering all possibilities, let us see all the possibilities. See children, when 3 points are collinear, there will be 3 possibilities. That means either point A will be in between B and C, or point B will be in between A and C, or point C will be between B and A, or A and B. So in this way, either point A will be in between, or B will be in between, or C will be in between. That means there will be 3 possibilities. It is not necessary that point here in the first case, you can see that A is in between B and C. So if you interchange the end points position, it is okay. It is one and the same thing. What do I mean to say? That means point A is in between B and C. So if you interchange the position of B and C, that means in place of B, if you write C, and in place of C, if you write B, it will not make any difference. It is one and the same thing. Okay. Either you write A is in between B and C, or A is in between C and B. It is one and the same thing if you interchange the position of end points. So end points are same, only the point in between should be written properly. Okay, so either A will be in between, B will be in between, or C will be in between. In this way, we are having 3 possibilities. We will write these 3 possibilities as 3 cases. So case number 1. Case 1. What is case 1? A is in between B and C. Okay. So when A is in between B and C, that means what? Distance AB or distance BA, we write it as distance B to A plus A to C will be equal to BC. So distance B dash A plus distance A dash C is equal to distance BC. BA plus AC is equal to BC. Now BA means AB. BA and AB, it is same thing. So BA we have to find out. So I write it as distance BA as it is, plus AC is given to us, it is 10, plus BC is 8. If I transfer this plus 10 on the right hand side, it is 8 minus 10. 8 as it is on the right hand side written, and this plus 10 is transferred from left hand side to the right hand side, it becomes minus 10. So distance BA will be equal to 8 minus 10 will be minus 2, and minus 2 is negative and distance is never negative. So this we cannot consider, this cannot be considered because distance is never negative. Always keep this in mind, children. distance is never negative. Therefore, distance BA is equal to -2 can not be considered. Okay, so in this way we should not consider this distance BA is equal to -2. Now let us see our second case. I will be writing here second case, which is case 2. In case 2, we have taken point B is in between A and C. So we write here A dash B dash C. That means what? Distance AB plus BC is equal to this full distance AC. Now again AB we have to find out. We write AB as it is plus BC or CB is 8 and AC is 10. Now distance AB as it is we write is equal to 10 as it is we write, plus 8 we transfer from left hand side to right hand side, it will become -8, and therefore distance AB is equal to 10 minus 8 is 2. So distance AB can be 2. This case can be considered properly because we are getting positive answer as the distance. So this is correct. Now let us see the third case. Third case is point C is in between A and B. So A dash C dash B. That means what? AC plus CB, distance A comma C plus distance C comma B is equal to distance AB. A comma C means AC is 10. CB is given 8 is equal to distance AB. 10 plus 8 is 18 is equal to distance AB, and therefore distance AB is equal to 18. We are getting positive answer. Distance is always positive. We all know that distance is never negative. So this case also can be considered. This is also one of the possibilities. So there are two possibilities, that point B is in between A and C and point C is in between A and B. Now question number 5 is points XYZ are collinear such that distance XY is equal to 17, distance YZ is equal to 8, and find distance XZ. Again it is given as XYZ are collinear, but it is not given which point is in between which other 2 points. Same question as that of question number 4. So again here we have to consider all the possibilities. We have to check the possibilities, because it is not given X dash Y dash Z. It is given only point X, Y, Z are collinear. So let us see the possibilities, consider the possibilities and solve the sums to find the distance X, Z. So we start our solution. We write points X, Y, Z are collinear. This is given to us, so we write it as the sentence as it is. Now we will have to check all the possibilities by checking all possibilities. Okay, so first we write case 1. Point Y is in between X and Z. Okay, X dash Y dash Z. That means point Y is in between X and Z. So what we will be getting? Distance XY plus distance YZ is equal to distance xz. Now we will substitute the values. Xy is equal to 17 plus yz is equal to 8, and distance xz we have to find out. 17 plus 8 is 25 is equal to distance xz. We are getting positive answer. So this possibility can be considered and this is correct one. And therefore that is, or we can write that is, distance xz is equal to 25. It is correct answer. Now let us check case 2, second possibility. Case 2. Now we take point x in between y and z. X dash, y dash, x dash, z. That means x point is in between points y and z. So therefore distance y comma x plus distance x comma z, yx plus xz is equal to distance yz. Now yx means xy. Xy is 17. Xz we have to find out. Distance xz we have to find out. And yz is 8. Now we will transfer this plus 17 from left hand side to the right hand side of equation. Distance xz we write as it is, equal to 8 as it is. Plus 17 will become minus 17. And therefore distance xz will be equal to minus 9. Plus 8 minus 17 will be minus 9. We all know. Now we are getting negative answer. The distance is never negative. We all know that. So we have to write here. Distance cannot be negative. Distance is never negative. And therefore distance xz is equal to minus 9 cannot be considered. Okay, now let us see the third case. In first case we have taken y point in between. Second case we have taken x point in between. Now third case will be, we have to take point z in between x and y. X dash z dash y. Okay. Now let us write the next step. Therefore distance xz, x comma z plus distance z comma y is equal to distance x comma y. Now xz we have to find out. This is distance xz as it is. We have to write zy. That means yz is 8 is equal to xy is 17. And therefore distance xz is equal to 17. This plus 8 we transfer on right hand side. It becomes minus 8. And therefore distance xz is equal to 17 minus 8 is 9. So in this way we have got two answers. Distance xz is equal to 9 and distance xz is equal to 25. Question number 6. Sketch proper figure and write the answers of the following questions. We have to draw the figure and we have to write the answers of the questions. We have given the betweenness, that means a dash b dash c in the first sum, and length AC is given, length BC is given. We have to find out length AB. Now see children, here length is given instead of distance. There is not as such a difference between length and distance. Only while writing we have to see that when distance is written we have to put the comma between 2 points, and when length is written there is no comma. We have to write the points directly without writing the comma between these 2 points. So let us see how to solve. First we have to sketch the figure as A, B, C. Point A dash B dash C is there. That means P is between A and C. So we have to draw the figure accordingly. This is first sum which I have written on my page. We will start the solution. So first we will be drawing a sketch. That means first we will draw a line. In place of drawing a segment, we will draw a line. Okay, in this way we can draw a line, and A dash B dash C, that means B is in between A and C, so you can draw point A somewhere here, you can plot point C somewhere here, and in between A and C there is point B, so I can write point B here. It is not necessary, you should not take any measurement. If you want, you can write it or you can draw only segment, but drawing a line is good, it is better. So A dash B dash C we can see here. In this way you can draw a sketch. It is not a fair figure, we have to sketch a proper figure. It is not given we have to sketch, we have to draw a figure, because if you have to draw a figure, you have to take AC as 11 centimeter and BC as 6.5 centimeter, but centimeter is not given, no unit is given, so you can draw like this. Now let us solve the sum. A dash B dash C, this is given to us. That means what? Length AC, this length AC is equal to length AB plus length BC. AC is equal to AB plus BC. Now AC is given 11. AB is, we have to find out. And BC is 6.5. This 6.5 I transfer. 11 minus 6.5 is equal to length AB. 11 minus 6.5, how much we will get? If you want, you can do it in rough. 11 minus 6.5, that means 11.0 minus 6.5. In this way we can do it. So 10 minus 5, 5, 1 carrying, so it will become 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. So we are getting 4.5 is equal to length AB. So in this way we have got length of segment AB, that is length AB equal to 4.5. No unit is given, so we need not to write any unit over here. Now second sum, R dash S dash T, that means point S is in between point R and T. Length ST is given 3.7, RS is 2.5 and RT we have to find out. So let us first draw the figure. We will draw a segment and then we put the arrows to make it line. In this way we have drawn a line over here. You can plot the points R and T. Point R and point T are end points, and then somewhere in between R and T there will be point S. So here I will plot point S. So RS and ST, RS plus ST will be equal to RT. In this way we will be writing the solution now. So what is given to us? R dash S dash T, this is given, and therefore if you want you can write in this way, or we can write like this also. Length RS plus length ST is equal to length RT. In this way also you can write, or you can write length RT is equal to length RS plus length ST, one and the same thing. Now let us substitute the values. RS is 2.5, ST is 3.7 is equal to length RT. Now 2.5 plus 3.7, 5 plus 7 is 12, 2 written, 1 carrying, we write point, 3 plus 3, 6. Length RT is equal to 6.5. 2. That is, length RT is equal to 6.2. Now third sum, if x dash y dash z and xz, length xz is equal to 3 root 7, length xy is equal to root 7. Only root 7 means 1 root 7. Nothing is there in front of this root 7 means 1 is always there. Here it is 3 root 7 and length xy is 1 root 7. And then we have to find out length yz. So let us see again how to solve the sum. First we will be drawing a line. This is a line. On this line, we can take these 2 points x and z first. Plot the point x and z here. And then in between somewhere we have to plot point y. So, xz is 3 root 7. It is bigger one. And xy is smaller one. 1 root 7. So, xy, I will write point y here. So, xy looks smaller than this one. Let us see how to solve this. What is given to us? X, y, z, x dash y dash z is given. That means, therefore, length xy plus length yz is equal to length xz. Now, let us substitute the values. Xy is root 7, 1 root 7 plus yz we have to find out. Length xz is 3 root 7. Therefore, length yz is equal to 3 root 7 minus root 7. And therefore, length yz is equal to, what is 3 root 7 minus 1 root 7? What we will get the answer? See children, 3 root 7 minus 1 root 7. It means what? 3 root 7 minus 1 root 7. So root 7 is common here. In both these numbers, root 7 is common. What is remaining? That we will write inside the bracket. From first term 3 is remaining. From second term minus 1 is remaining. So 3 minus 1 is 2. That is 2 root 7. In this way we can solve this subtraction of irrational numbers. You can write in vertical manner also. 3 root 7 minus 1 root 7. So root 7 is common. We write root 7 as it is. 3 minus 1 is 2. In this way, we have to do the subtraction. So 3 root 7 minus 1 root 7 is 2 root 7. Now let us see this last question. Which figure is formed by 3 non-collinear points? We have to plot any 3 non-collinear points and we have to see that which figure is formed when we join these 3 non-collinear points. So let us see here. I have taken these 3 non-collinear points. They are not in the same line. They are in the different line. So I will be joining these two points. Let us see. Point A, B and C, these 3 are non-collinear points. I will be joining these 3 points. First I will join point A and B. Let draw a line which passes through point A and B. Now I will be drawing second line which passes through point B and C. And then I will draw a line which passes through points A and C. So as you all can see, when we join these 3 points, 3 non-collinear points, we can see a triangle is formed. Which figure can be seen here? We can see a triangle is formed over here. Triangle ABC is formed. So what is the answer? Therefore, answer is a triangle is formed by three non-collinear points. In this way, all the sums from practice set 1.1 is over. This was the second part of our 1.1, in which we have solved question number 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, we will continue this chapter with practice set 1.2 in my next video. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.